20 years after the World Day of Prayer for Peace, the Italian city of Assisi will again be a point of interreligious meeting and prayer on September 4th through 5th. The World Day that Pope John Paul II convoked in St. Francis City in October 1986 was unprecedented. It saw, gathered alongside the pontiff, representatives of the great world religions from the Dalai Lama to the Anglican Archbishop of Canterbury. A process got underway there which the community of St. Egidio took especially to heart, engendering in turn the international encounters of religions. These meetings have progressed year after year across Italy's main cities and European capitals, and recently Washington, D.C., offering an opportunity for dialogue and for religious differences to be surmounted. The theme of the next interreligious world meeting and of the Day of Prayer for Peace, which the St. Egidio community and the Umbrian Bishops' Conference are promoting, is Religions and Cultures in Dialogue for a World of Peace. The Rome-based ecclesial movement explained that, quote, at a time marked by terrorism and war, as well as by efforts toward dialogue and reconciliation, religion has assumed a prominent role in public life and in the conflict of identities. Religions are ever more exposed to the danger of becoming instruments of extremism, unquote. Therefore, from Assisi, the reflection of the world's great religions on dialogue between cultures will be highlighted as key to diffuse the conflict of civilizations and to provide an axis of a globalization that is not merely market-driven.
Dave, 20 years after the World Day of Prayer for Peace in the city of Assisi, we rewrote about that. And what's happened?
We even show it in our video, A Woman Rides the Beast.
Correct.
There they are.
You know, it seems to me, Dave, that you could go back to that meeting and bring together all of the imams, the religious clerics of Islam, and say,
and the witch doctors.
Well, but no, just these guys, and say, hey, how's it going, guys? What have we accomplished? Because it's not the Roman Catholic Church that's creating the problems with regard to the wars and conflicts. It's not the Baptists. It's not the Hindus. Well, in some areas there are these little conflicts and so on, certainly in Northern Ireland and places, where would it be?
In India.
Yeah, in India.
Pakistan.
Oh, Dave, my point here is Islam is the problem. There were many representing the Islamic faith at Assisi. They had another one after Assisi. I don't know how many years later it was. But now this in effect is the third one. And why doesn't he just, Benedict XVI pull these guys aside and say, hey, what's going on here? Let's get with it. If we're rather than pray for it, let's take some action here. And
well, Tom, we have a problem because Pope John Paul II. I mean, we have many problems. But he said, we are all praying to the same God, first of all. Now, they're not praying to the same God. You got Hindus there. He had his good friend, the Dalai Lama, there, who doesn't even believe in God. Buddhism is basically atheism. But he's going through some hocus pocus. In fact, he let him put his Buddha on the altar in St. Peter's there in Assisi, and have his monks, going through their rituals. You had the Shintoists tinkling their bells outside. But the Pope, and then we show in our video a North American Indian shaman walking to the microphone, praying to the Great Spirit, and so forth. The Pope said, we are all praying to the same God. And he said, our prayers are creating a spiritual energy that is bringing about a new climate for peace. Now, since then, things have only gotten worse, the terrorism especially. So, but now we're going to come back and we're going to dialogue.
Dave, many people believe that religions are at the cause of most of the deaths throughout the world and the wars and so on. Well, that's not true. Yet, today, we certainly can point to Islam and the terrorism that it has promoted as the problem. And so it's a religious issue. Why can't these guys who claim to be the religious leaders solve the problem?
Tom, right there my ire rises, because this is what they say. Religions are ever more exposed to the danger of becoming instruments of extremism. Now, as you said, not the Presbyterian, not the Baptist, not even the Catholic Church today. Religions? Which religion? Not Buddhism, not Hinduism. Which religion? Islam. Well, then why don't we say it like it is? Why don't we skirt around this, and President Bush keeps saying Islam is a religion of peace? Well, Tom, we've talked about that a lot in the past. But this is just, they're dodging the issue. It's not going to get them anywhere. Furthermore, it doesn't come about by dialogue. It comes about by truth, by submission to Jesus Christ as the Savior of sinners. It's the only hope for this world. But this gathering of these religions denies that.
Dave, the last line. Therefore, from Assisi, the reflection of the world's great religions on dialogue between cultures will be highlighted as a key to diffuse the conflict of civilizations and to provide an axis of a globalization that is not merely market-driven. What does that mean? I mean, what does that have to do with prayer? But again, Dave, I think what they need to do is hustle all of these Islamic clerics that come to this and say, come on, guys, let's take care of this.
For more information about the Berean call us toll-free at our order number or visit our website